Zara from Shiny Shiny, and you've just interrupted me reading my BeBook. Looks like a normal book, go inside, really isn't. What we've got here is an electronic e-reader. It's called BeBook. You've probably heard about the Sony reader, but this one's a little bit different. You can see we've got this nice black format, and the page is really easy to read because it utilises e-ink, which basically means it doesn't hurt your eyes. You just sort of read and read as long as you want, so it's not like looking at an LED screen. When you go in immediately, you've got this 8 different menus over here. You can set them up exactly how you like. I've chosen to have recent files, MP3 pictures, and different names and books, which is great. It's really slim as well, so give a look. It's only 10 millimeters thick, and it weighs in at 220 grams. Now, things I like about this, I'm just going to take you through a couple of the options. So I'm just going to go to number 6 over here, which is BeBook. It flashes up like this, and I'm going to go with number 2, which is sci-fi, because I'm a little bit of a sci-fi geek. So let's just choose William Gibson, number 3. As you can see now, all the books I put on by him have gone down, and it also formulates them alphabetically, which is nice. So just scrolling through, we're going to go to number 1, Burning Chrome. It will load up like this, and now we scroll up and down. You can go right or left, either using the 9 and the 0 buttons, or you can use these side buttons. It really depends how you like to do it. I like to read when I'm lying down, so I tend to utilise the side buttons a lot. So you're scrolling through, it reads 25 different formats. You get lit files, text files, PDFs, JPEGs, MP3, really a ridiculous number, and Mobi Pocket, which I'm going to get into in a minute. So going through the pages, we go right and left. This little flash isn't, sort of flash it has when it changes pages, isn't actually a flash. It's just all the text dissolving, which does take quite a while to get used to. I'll be honest, I'm quite a voracious reader, on an average about 4 or 5 books a week. And I found it a bit disconcerting at first, but then I really got used to it. A couple of features I like here is you can change the font size. This is the basic font it comes pre-installed with, but it does have the option if you prefer something differently. And as well as that, you can zoom in and out with the zoom button. There are 3 sizes of zoom. So we go from this, which is huge, great. We go to this one, and then we go to this one. As you can see, different depending on what you like, how your eyesight is that day, and you know how heavy your night was the day before. As I was mentioning Mobi Pocket, what this basically means, with a lot of the other e-readers on the market, you have to use all their software, you have to install it, you can't play DRM files. This one's different. This one features a drag and drop format. Plug it in like you would a hard drive, drop your files over, no problem. You can even sync your RSS feeds if you install Mobi Pocket and you set it up. I've stored all my RSS feeds under eBooks. I'm just going to go into that. Now, as you can see, if you can see it quickly, here I've got latest news, sport and business, I've got updates from Salon, and I've got updates from Engadget. So going into the Engadget RSS feeds, how you can do it is you plug your computer in, you sync your RSS feeds. I think you should be able to set it up so it syncs automatically. I found I had to sort of drag and drop. And now I've got about 500 feeds. I can just read on the bus or the tube or wherever I like. The screen can be read from all angles, which is really useful. I'm just scrolling through. Because of a lack of copyright as well, text files, PDFs, you can download all the about, I think, zillions of free ones to download with Gutenberg Press, stuff like that. Everything that's out of copyright. You can also use all the online ebook stores. You don't have to go with just the approved ones, which comes with some other e-tailers. You've got ebooks.com, everything about ebooks, all those different ones. And I bought a book the other day. It cost me $6.99. Most of the ebooks are sold on American sites, brilliant for us Brits. Put one on, absolutely fine. I'm also going to show you, I was talking about earlier, we can get JPEGs, PDFs, MP3s. Don't really know if you'd want to store MP3s on this. It's not exactly the most portable speaker. You do have a 3.5 jack though, so you can play it with any headphones, and the option of MP3s. Let me see what I'm going to show you. Go to number 8, the user manuals, a PDF, so just to show how it plays all of these different files, which you really do appreciate, like so. Just scroll through, it's pretty simple. You've got the OK button and the back button. If you press the back one, it takes you back to where you were. So if I press the OK though, it brings up a whole bunch of different options. Music is playing, sequence by title, sequence by date, SD card and settings. So you can really customise things to what you want. You have got an SD card slot over here if you want to expand the 512 megabyte internal memory, and it takes up to 4 gigabytes I think. ebooks, surprisingly, are teeny tiny. At the moment on the internal memory, I must have about 100, 150, which is amazing. I can now carry my whole library with me, which I really, really love because I'm a little bit obsessed with things like that. Pictures though, does play JPEGs, doesn't look very well. Let me just take you through a couple of these. These are a couple of basic ones, but it's just not particularly attractive. And if you have JPEGs which are too high, also doesn't show up. Bit annoying, but then again, the screen not the best for JPEGs. You won't really be using it for that. It costs £229 from myBebook.com, which is £30 more than the Sony reader. It's not quite as swish looking either, but the whole drag and drop, the fact that you can play any format, as well as the internal memory, I think really puts it quite high up there. So my BeBook, I really love it. You can add all the different bookmarks in as well, so you can never lose your place in your book. And if we go to over here, my recent files, it will show you that I've been quite recently reading Darwin's Children, which thank God hasn't lost a place because just about to find out some of really good stuff. So, the BeBook, definitely a winner.